truly iconic stadiums in the NFL. Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made them the Carolina Panthers. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word.
And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Switch gears. Check 15, check 15.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Watch the twins.
On 2nd and 7, Newton, he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Set. 180. Gun.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. There, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
He's checking. Roll right.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice hit, boy.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They get this complete to Batson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Green 18.
Check, 59. Switch. Check 3.
To throw is Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Go.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mercedes Lewis.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Newton on first down. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Great.
Mike 51. Here we go. Check 43.
Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Jim. Check 13.
Newton throwing again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Preston Smith there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Check. Check three.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to look deep for more. He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. From the 24, Newton. And he's got his man on the out route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Newton now to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
35 to Mike.
Throwing again. Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tall.
Here's Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Jones. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
The tackle by Brian Burns. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Panthers have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun. Great.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Newton now to throw. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Check it back. Mike 51.
From the 50, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Watch the screen.
Great.
Hey, check. Mike 50. Watch QB drop.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mike 50. Don't get nervous.
Gun.
Mike 50. Check. Mike's 50.
Throwing again is Newton. Now the pressure, gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Rashawn Gary brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K'Wan Short able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way, creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Newton to throw. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Newton now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Newton going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. The shotgun snap for Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10 from the shotgun to McCaffrey. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Great. Hey! Gun.
35's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Newton got his target, Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines, as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
20.
2nd down and goal. Newton, he's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chris Hogan, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Gano the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Undercrush, 6-6, pull it high.
They'll go again to Jones. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Addison picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Taking a shot for Samuel. Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check three, Mike.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Rodgers going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. K1 short in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining.
Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Gun.
On 2nd and 9. Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Bandit.
Newton's going to throw it. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
35's the mic. We own it.
Now it's Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Watch the slant. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Slam.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Set. Ready.
Watch the pass.
And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Panthers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.